Some people are actually looking forward to change their job, and some people are looking forward to find existing job that actually matches their job skills so that they can move career or move job accordingly. Today I'm going to have to help you on how you can actually find the right skills or what to do if you want to change career or job. So why don't you just stay in, because at the end I'm going to have to reveal to you an easiest way to be able to just find your next career path or the job that matches your skill. I am one of the career guide counselor on LinkedIn, and usually I get people asking me, I want to change career path, I want to change job, what do I need to do? And today I am going to have to give you some of the answers that will help you shifting, give you the ingredient, the secret sauce to moving from one career path to the next career path. Hey, just hold on a minute. Probably you might think that is wrong for you to be moving from one career path to the other. No, there's nothing wrong about that. It's normal, very normal for people to be moving from one career to the next career. I'm not talking from one job to the next job. It's also normal for someone to move from one job to the next job, because remember, one thing in life is this, is that nothing is actually permanent. The only thing that is permanent and constant and consistent about life is changes. As a matter of fact, the current job world and job market that we find ourselves in is actually loaded with millennials. I know one thing about millennials is that it's difficult for millennials to actually stay in one job for quite a time. I know one young man, we recruited him for a very executive position. He did not have prior experience, but we felt that his recruitment was going to be strategic. Sometimes we make those decisions in that we're going to a region where he had leverage, where he knew where he was from, and that he was going to be strategic in doing representation for us, in doing influence for us, in doing a lot of groundwork for us. Now, 6 months down the line, this guy resigned and got himself another job. I was surprised. About 7 or 8 months down the line, he was moving from one job to the other. What he told me, that he felt that moving from one job to the next job, it was going to actually give him a leverage in finding, it was going to enrich his CV. Of course, that usually is what people believe in, but most recruiters are a bit skeptical, except if you're in the humanitarian sector, if you're a contractor. That is well understood. Whereas changing job or changing career is normal, it's not always easy. Trust me, I am telling you this from an HR perspective and from a recruiter perspective, not just a general HR, but also a specialist, recruitment specialist. It's not always easy moving from one job to the next, at much more moving from one career path to the next, especially moving from one career path to the next. So before you move from one career path to the next, there are some variables that you need to consider. What are these variables? This variable will be 1, your age; 2, your current skills; 3, your current income and responsibility; 4, the economy; 5, the career industry you want to pursue. These variables are very important. You can move career at any age. I've seen people who have moved from say, at age at 60, at 70. They are still moving from one place to the next. But the older you become, the less probably you may not be able to have the skills necessary, the time necessary to be able to learn the new skill for you into a new job. So if you are getting older, I will really not advise you to start looking for niche jobs opportunity, except if there's something you're looking for you to start on your own in the future. There are some industries where we already have a lot of resources, a lot of skills required for them to for the market to meet its own demand. And few, if your age is going to require you to have to struggle a lot, you might just need to consider that. Of course, some positions require your age. To those positions you could probably go for. If somebody is moving from one career that probably didn't have to do with counseling and guidance, and due to age she's beginning to look for counseling and guidance, that person could easily fit in, because most recruiters will look at the age of the person, the life experience the person has had. Your current income and responsibilities also have a lot to do with the variable that affect your need to move. Some people look at themselves and then say, you know what, my current responsibility requires me, and my current income level requires me to actually have a certain amount of money. And sometimes if you want to move now from one career path to the next career path, you will have to reconsider that, especially people who are actually earning higher will not want to go down to a different level that will actually have to fit with your dream career. But sometime in our life I've had to take a look, because I know where I was going to, and I was looking for a career direction which was not commensurate with what I was actually earning previously. But those are sacrifices that one will have to make. So those variables are there, and a lot of persons would not go for that. And some jobs right now I would not go for, because when I consider the pay, my current responsibilities, my financial responsibilities, I would not want to go for. I am a human resources. You can't take me in HR and turn me into an astronaut overnight. You can't take an accountant and turn an accountant to a doctor overnight. It takes time, skills require. So current skill set a lot to do with the next path that you're looking for. It's very important for you to be able to assess your current skill as the skills required in the next job that you are looking forward to drive yourself into. So stay tuned. I'm going to have to introduce you to how your skills, or the type of career that actually your skills could help you grow into. Talking of careers, some careers are going to disappear in the next 5 years, and so a lot of jobs are going to disappear in the next few years to come. We have shop floors being mounted by robots. I've seen one that Amazon has created. But everything, people go there and have a shopping experience, but they are happy. I'm afraid. I'm very afraid, because our technology is going to reduce the number of persons and families that are dependent on the money to be able to survive. So you need to consider the viability of the career path you are pursuing, and and see, will it be existing the next 5 years, or as long as I want to be employed? How can I use those ones? How can it be useful to me? Or is it a job that's for today and tomorrow I'm being told to go? A lot of persons suffer that when with the new age of the computing, those people who were stick to writing did lose their job. That being said, also you need to start developing skills for the future of work. You need to. So the career industry that you're looking forward to pursue, you need to have time to learn new skill, new competency, do a lot of study, be online, and a lot of resources that actually could help you find courses that you want to that you want to use. But remember, careers that require niches can be hard to break into. These are the variables that one need to consider before changing career. My name is Anselm. I am a career breakthrough sidekick, and thank you so much for joining in. The next thing I'm going to have to ask you or to tell you is to present with you from my experience the reasons that people tell us they want actually to move from one career to the next career. Is almost the same reason why people move from one job to the next job. One of the reasons is long-term financial benefits. It's a financial, the look at the money, how much that industry is paying. Some people have moved from, many people move into the petroleum industry in the country I am in Nigeria, because they see that the petroleum industry actually has a lot of money, a lot of benefits, a lot of long-term benefits, and they could help to do what they want to do. Some people move into other sectors because see the ability, financial remuneration in that industry. So financial is one of the reasons why people actually move from one career path to the next career path. Work-life balance. Work-life balance is one reason some jobs do not give people work-life balance. I know some industry in this country and many other countries in Africa I could tell of Nigeria, I could tell of Zambia, where most female colleagues are told that they could get married, but they are not allowed to give birth until a particular time, or otherwise they will not get the benefits required for someone in maternity, and that is too serious. Some people don't have a work-life balance. They work, and sometimes the need for a work-life balance make people just have to consider and say, you know what, I need a work-life balance. This work is not making me have time for my family, for other pursuits in life that I have, for other passions of that. They'll change and they take a different career path that allow them to be able to just do something that provides them with a work-life balance. Same thing for why people change jobs, actually. Another reason why people want to change career path would be interest. Sometimes they've got a new interest. They wake up in the morning, they have new interest. Sometimes a loss of interest in the current job that they are having. So to be able to spice their life to new interests, they decide to move on. For some people, it has to do with relationship at work. They just realize that most of the people in the industry are actually not as they thought they were. They are not allowing them to live away. So the best way is just to move from one job to another, or from one career to the next part. And the changing economy, which is still finances, also could be there. Changing economies and then the career prospect of the future. Those are reasons why people will want to change career paths. It's very important for you to evaluate your reason for wanting to change your career path. Once you have evaluated the reason for you to wanting to change your career path, the next thing for you to do is now for you to start doing what I call the alignment. Alignment is very important. You start aligning your reasons, your motive for that with now the job that you're supposed to, the job you want to get into. How do we do that? You will have to ask yourself questions, and the questions, one question is, which career path really integrate with my career interests and personality? As much as possible, it's very important for you to consider your personality, your working lifestyle, the environment you want to work in. There are some organizations I will never ever venture into. There are some industry I would not want to venture into. So you need to consider that based on your personality, based on your interests. For those people who have been engaged in employment for a while, who now want to change career path, this venture, I'm sure you know yourself, you understand yourself, and only you can decide for yourself. You've had a lot of experience now to understand yourself. But in case you don't, I hope in the future to have to also direct you to some online assessment tool that can actually help you find, direct you to give you an idea to the type of career that you can pursue based on your skills, your personality, and your interests. Now let's talk about need, because the next question you need to ask yourself, does this career path align with my need? What are your needs? Maslow hierarchy of needs comes in here. Why do you want this job? We've talked about some of the reasons why people might want to move into one career path. The next one we talk about the fact that people are with interest, finance, work-life balance, etc., etc. What is your interest? What are you looking forward to getting that job? Is it growth? Is it money? Is it experience? Or you just want to just give something and you just feel like it's time for you to move? You need to evaluate those ones, and then your interest should be able to form a lot about where you are going to. Probably if you don't really understand yourself also, if you don't understand your type, if you don't understand your temperament, you could ask people, what do you think I'm good at? What do you really think? And let them give you a very honest feedback that could help you. Are you looking to restart your career, or looking to move into a different career path that align with your skills? I am going to have to take some time. You could holler at me, and I could also help you find out which career path you could pursue. Just send me a note and say, hey Ansel, please just help me. Send your CV. I will help you, point you to, give you some pointers as to which career path you actually could pursue. Now that you have done all of this, you've done your evaluation, you've evaluated your interests, you evaluated your career path, you evaluated your skills. What do you do next? Of course, what you need next is now you need to start re-evaluating. You need to start your CV and your cover letter. So the career path cover change, cover letter and CV is one that is very, very debatable on the recruiter's desk. Because when a recruiter is looking for somebody, the first things he looks at the person's work history. Many recruiters do not have time to check their career directions, that somebody is changing career path. Many of them do not. Many of them act like robotics. This is the criteria we're looking for. This person, okay, you need to take a lot of work to have to work on your CV, on your application, if you're looking to change career, and that is actually not an easy job. But I can also tell you one way you can do that would be, you go back to one of the videos I did on how to speak the language of robot that I hire on human beings, and then you could also go through and use those skills to do your CV regard to career path change. But I could also give you guidance and help. Next week I'm going to have to give us some tips on how you can create your career path change resume and cover letter. Next week we'll talk about career path change, CV, and another week we'll talk about career path cover letter. So stay tuned as we help progress and move into changing our career path. So let's see how possible it is now to turn a medical doctor, to turn a salesperson into a nurse, and to turn an accountant into a doctor, and a banker into a counselor. Everything is possible, and the CV is going to have to help that. I'm going to have to just help you out. I look forward to seeing you next week. We look for let's help together grow and move. Times have changed. We can move, indeed. We can change a career path. We can become what we are looking forward to become, and I'm very happy to want to help you. Once again, my name is Ansem. I'm your happiest HR, your career breakthrough sidekick. And then if you feel that the information that I've shared are very necessary and important, you could share them with people outside there. And then don't hesitate to reach out to me and tell me, Ansem, this is my CV. I just want to know which career path I need to follow. Give me some ideas, and I'll give you a report, and then let's see how it works out. Thank you so much. God bless you. Do have a very wonderful day.